this up and come over here first. Anything to be aware of on the long-term situations, Eusebio?
No, I see nothing very special for the moment.
Okay.
I have no idea what the consequences will be with a lot of protestations here in France. So wait and see, wait and see.
Yep. Yeah. And what else? Okay, so let's come over to the calendar. The time should be, I'm logged in. So if I refresh this, the time is now 4:09. Yep, that's about right. Matches. So let's do this. I'll just call up.
And guys, don't forget to add also the Elliott waves.
It's working. Okay.
Okay.
But if things get really bad, I've got a few bombshells that I can drop from private conversations. Okay, let's do this. So Sunday, Eusebio.
Okay, Sunday. So I will monitor the Chinese CPI year over year, just to see if the Chinese economy is slowing down or not. Then on Monday we will have, let's see, we have Bostic speaking.
Okay.
Due to speak about building an inclusive economy at an online, no, let's forget. Then we have Barkin speaking, probably not important, economic outlook at the Roanoke Regional Chamber, no, let's forget. And then we have the yen current account, all time frames, and that's it for Monday. So not a lot of news on Monday.
This whole week, there's only 60 news items total. So
that's usual with August, so that there was a little less activity. Okay, on Tuesday, we have the two Euro ZU economic sentiment and the German ZU economic sentiment under H4.
Okay.
Monitor the yen, the pound 10-year bond auction.
Yep.
Then the yen 30-year bond auction.
Okay.
It may be interesting also to monitor for the US dollar the mortgage delinquencies.
Okay.
So this could be a good idea also to monitor. Okay, and that's it for Tuesday. Wednesday. So Wednesday we will have monitor the Euro-German 10-year bond auction.
Missed that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we have the US dollar CPI month-over-month and core CPI month-over-month all time frames.
Yep.
Monitor the crude oil inventories.
Yep.
Then we have again Bostic speaking, but probably not important, due to deliver a speech titled "The Federal Reserve's Role in Making This an Economy That Works for Everyone." Yeah, very interesting, but probably no impact in the market. And monitor the US dollar 10-year bond auction.
Yep.
I will monitor the US dollar federal budget balance too. And I will monitor the Aussie MI inflation expectations.
Yep.
And the Kiwi inflation expectations quarter over quarter as well.
Okay, Thursday.
And that's it for Wednesday. Thursday. On Thursday, we have the pound preliminary GDP quarter over quarter all time frames.
Okay.
Then the GDP month over month all time frames.
Yep.
Then the manufacturing production month over month under H4. I will monitor the US dollar PPI and core PPI month over month.
Why did I do that one?
No, it is the Italian trade balance.
Yeah.
So
cool.
PPI and core PPI, so monitor.
Okay.
I will continue to monitor the US dollar unemployment claims.
Not the NACE?
Yeah,
That one?
I will monitor also the NISIR GDP estimate,
Right. Yep.
natural gas storage, and 30-year bond auction for the US dollar. So to monitor too. And that's it for Thursday. And for Friday, the Euro trade balance all time frames,
Yep.
and the 2 US dollar preliminary of University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. So under H4.
Okay, cool. So the reason that we're going through these is so that you've got some idea on what news events to watch out for, to avoid, and to sort of hover around to see if you can get some good movements out of them. Very little news this week. Last week we had over something like 120 news items. This week there's only 65 news items total. Not all of them are important, but so the ones that are marked with all time frames, doesn't matter what time you're trading, watch out for it. The ones under H4, if you're trading smaller than an H4 time frame, then watch out for those ones. And by watch out, I mean don't place any orders. Some people say 15 minutes, but we recommend say don't place any orders 1 hour prior and get out of them within 30 minutes of before the 30-minute mark, or within the 30 minutes leading up to the news, simply because there's volatility. Some can be volatility when it comes out. The volatility has died down quite a bit lately, but it's still there. Even a little bit in the non-farm payroll, but it used to be hundreds of pips when that thing came out. And I went through them, some of the charts yesterday to see what the movements were like. They're only like 20 to 30 pips tops, but they still look large because of the small size of the bars. So these days, the prices aren't moving that much. So you have to be really careful about what you're doing. Okay. The other thing I just want to quickly bring up is this. This might help. I think it's this one. Okay. If there's news coming up on these three majors, then it can influence most of the pairs. So it doesn't matter what pairs you are trading, like the Kiwi, Aussie, or something like that. If there's news coming up on these ones, then trade it as if there's news coming up on any of the pairs. For the smaller currencies, these ones here, if there's news coming up on these ones and you're in a pair that doesn't have like the Aussie CAD, Swiss, or the Kiwi in it, then it's unlikely it's going to get impacted. So if you're trading the euro dollar, for instance, and there's news coming up on the Swiss, it's unlikely to affect the news from the Swiss is unlikely to affect the euro dollar. But having said that, it still can, because I've seen news come out on the Kiwi, which has made the pound dollar jump. And hey, Vika, and sitting in between them is the pound. So sometimes surprises can come up on the pound, which will influence all the pairs. Doesn't really matter. So just be careful. So if you're trading one of these little ones and you're in the euro dollar, you don't have to get out of them, but just be aware of it. So if you do see something sort of surprising happen, then be ready to pull the plug or take advantage of it if you're a standard person. Okay, enough of that. And if you've got any questions about this, please ask. Hey, Ralph, nice to see you. It was a close call with going over the bank on your car. Wasn't a big thing. It was only 2 or 3 feet, but pretty scary. Okay, and let's come back over here. So the top 10 pairs are these ones. I checked them, Eusebio. They didn't change.
Yeah, I have checked also.
Okay, and select down to the euro Kiwi, euro yen.
You can go down to the euro yen. Yes.
Okay, so now we do the the bit where Eusebio matches up the news with the top 10 pair, and I'll just get these going. You groaning in anticipation or from pain there, Eusebio?
Now a small pain in my back. I try to find a good position on my seat.
And again, Nathan, thank you for reminding me that I should have been using 2 spreadsheets all along, so we don't have to jiggle backwards and forwards between them. Okay, so for Sunday we have no news, and on Monday we have no news. So we're only looking for stuff up to the 5 p.m. on every day. Yep.
So the first choice will be the pound yen or pound US dollar.
Okay.
Then we can consider, I will dissociate now the pound Kiwi and the pound Aussie, because it seems that the situation between the two countries are completely different for the moment. So yes, I will dissociate. I will dissociate them.
Out of New Zealand.
Yeah. So the next choice will be the pound Kiwi or the pound CAD.
I'm sure we've got something like that. Nope.
So pound Kiwi or pound CAD. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Euro Kiwi and the pound Swiss.
Okay. And so leftovers from Monday, we've got late in the day, we've got the yen.
The yen, so yen and yen, okay.
The euro on the Tuesday.
The euro here and here, yeah.
And that's it.
So we will have the pound yen or the euro kiwi. Pound yen or euro kiwi.
Yep.
Then we will have the pound US dollar or the pound kiwi.
Yep.
And then the pound, the euro card or the card yen. Euro card or card yen.
Okay.
And can you invert these two lines, Chris? Can you inverse these two lines? So the pound the euro CAD or CAD yen should come in line 1, and pound US dollar or pound CAD in line 3.
Like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
So, right. So that was Tuesday. So leftovers from Tuesday is the yen again.
The yen again?
No, I lied. There's a monitor. Nothing on Tuesday, and we've got the US dollar on Wednesday.
US dollar, okay.
And that's it.
Okay, so we will have the pound US dollar or the US dollar CAD. Pound US dollar or US dollar CAD.
I can't use them anymore. Pound. Okay.
Then we will have the pound yen or the pound kiwi.
Yep.
And then the pound CAD or the euro kiwi. Pound CAD or euro kiwi.
Okay. And so leftovers from Wednesday, there's nothing. And on Thursday, we've got the pound.
The pound, so pound, 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 and pound, yeah.
And that's it.
Okay, so we will have the pound yen or pound US dollar.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Chris said
No.
Wednesday. Okay, too late, Chris, I guess. Unless you want
So
to write it.
pound yen or pound US dollar like on Monday.
Thanks. Ah, that one. Okay.
Yeah. Then the pound Kiwi or pound CAD like on Monday.
Thank you.
And then the pound Swiss or pound Aussie. Pound Swiss or pound Aussie.
Okay. Righty. And leftovers on Thursday, there's nothing. And
Yep.
on Friday, we've got, sorry. Yeah, there's nothing. And Friday, we've got the euro.
The euro, so euro, and the US dollar.
Yep.
Yeah, with the University of Michigan news. US dollar here, so euro and US dollar. Okay, so we will have the pound US dollar or euro Kiwi.
Sure, I've done one of those.
No, pound US dollar or euro Kiwi.
Yep.
Then the euro CAD or the US dollar CAD. Euro CAD or US dollar CAD.
I don't like the US CAD, but anyway.
Or sometimes you can make nice movements.
Yeah.
And then we will have the pound yen or the pound Kiwi.
Okay, this one will do.
Pound yen or pound Kiwi. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, cool. So the ideas for this, stop it, Eusebio, is these ones, instead of monitoring all 10 pairs, and if you get really stuck and the 10 pairs aren't working out for you, then we've got a few extras which don't make as much money, but a bit smoother. Don't move as fast, but might be easier, less stressful to trade until you get your sort of chops going. But on a daily basis, instead of monitoring sort of like 10 to 14 pairs or 15 pairs, by doing these ones up here, you have a selection of, say, 4 pairs initially to monitor, so not as much work. And it pays just to cut it down really simple, keep things simple to start so that you don't get overloaded. And if these 4 don't work out, then we've got another line down here for another selection, another 2 for each day to sort of pop to that might be the best movers for that particular day. Chris, these days you need to keep a sharp eye on oil news if trading CAD. Yes, oil and CAD are quite closely tied, and the oil is, yeah, there's been some noise about that. Sorry, with stuff that's been going on here, I haven't paid that much attention to it lately. But thanks, Robert. And gold and Australia as well, although I don't think there's much there. Although Aussie is also, no, not gold. They're more into the coal side of things. But yeah. And
yeah, indeed. Gold and Aussie are very linked, CAD and oil. And for those of you who follow my max advantage bias, I have often mentioned that the CAD is weak because of decreasing price in oil. And so this is always interesting to follow, indeed. This is what we call the CAD and the Aussie, the commodity currencies. And so always keep an eye for Aussie on the price of gold, how the price of gold evolves, and for the CAD, the price of oil.
And yeah, there is some disconnect between oil and the New Zealand currency and what we pay for petrol at the pumps here. We're up to about $2.40 per litre almost now, which is about pretty much $10 per gallon, or even more because US has smaller gallons than the imperial size. So we pay quite a bit, and even though oil is dropping, we don't see it at the pumps. And even though the Kiwi is strengthening, we don't see it at the pumps. Yeah,
Or we have the same phenomenon in France, Chris. 80% of the price of oil at the pump or gasoline is made of tax, of several types of taxes. And whenever the price of oil jumps, so we have an important increase of the price of gasoline at the pump. But when the price of oil drop, we don't see the drop at the pump. So.
No. And I did notice when I was in Australia that the petrol places over there would put their prices up during holidays too, because everybody would go driving, so they would use a lot of petrol, so they'd put the prices up. Just not nice people over there. Anyway, right. So any questions so far? So that's the news. I'll pump it out later today.